So we missed our flight to Beijing. Look at this. This is our first impression of Beijing at night. Kun Gaoxing Lai Dao Jungle. And that means that I'm very happy to be in China. Come and join us and let's fly to China. In this video, we are flying from Melbourne with Qantas to Hong Kong, and from Hong Kong, we are catching Cathay Pacific to Beijing, and that's going to arrive around 10:30 tonight in Beijing time, and that's like probably 1:30 in our time, in Australian time, right? Because Beijing is 3 hours behind at the moment, and so it's going to be fascinating. So in this video, we are going to capture in-flight experience with Qantas, Cathay Pacific, and then yeah, because we have got just. Yeah, we have just 1 hour between flights at Hong Kong Airport, and they said it should be fine. And then from airport to our hotel, so that will be kind of like a in-flight experience, first experience in China. So, and this is going to be our journey vlog. So let's fly to China. And that's our flight, A330, and that's QF29 from Melbourne to Hong Kong, and we are about to go on board. That's going to be almost 10 hours journey before we catch Cathay Pacific from Hong Kong to Beijing, as I mentioned. So it's going to be a fantastic video. Hopefully we'll be arriving in time, and it will be in-flight experience, and also covering our first time in China experience, first time in Beijing, and I'm pretty excited how wonderful that would be. So now we are going on board QF29 to Hong Kong. So this is our flight, and as usual, 3:30, we have got 242 orientation, and so we have got 2 seats, so we are not sharing with third person, and that's really important for a 10-hour flight, and that's fantastic. And now we are on board QF29 to Hong Kong, and these seats are pretty cramped as usual. It's a very old flight, very difficult sitting in these seats. These seats are always a bit cramped, but we are on board. Maybe it's going to be slightly delayed, so we are a little bit anxious that we might actually miss the Beijing flight, but they probably will organize something. There are another 2 flights after ours, but let's see. And it's going to be almost 10 hours journey, so it's a long way up to Hong Kong. And I have got some basic charging facilities just bottom of the screen, so that's going to be enough to keep my phone charged. We just got some information that our cargo is still being loaded to the flight, so we are getting delayed, and we are very anxious that we might actually miss the Beijing flight. Let's see. And so this is the whole journey path from Melbourne to Hong Kong, and we have been to Hong Kong before in 2012, long time ago, on our way to Taiwan, Taipei, and that was a fantastic trip, although we lost all of our video from that journey, and so that's why we never had any video on our channel from that trip. So this time we are not stopping at Hong Kong, so maybe we have to come back some other time. But the flight path is pretty much the same, obviously. Distance is 7,419 kilometers. And so we are going to be flying for 9 hours approximately, between 9 and 10 hours depending on weather. And the pilot was saying that there will be a couple of big bumps, but otherwise smooth. So let's see how the journey will be. So we started taxiing, so it's about half an hour delayed. I hope they are going to make up while we fly.
Places of regular Aussies all around Australia and the world. Welcome to Qantas.
Today, I'm flying on an Airbus H125 helicopter.
Is fitted with a sash belt. Ensure it's in place.
As mentioned, we are flying Qantas A330.
By pressing the button or lifting.
請將安全帶插入帶扣內扣好，然後拉緊安全帶。
I love this roaring sound when we actually fly off. It takes about 40 seconds to take off. And there will be pretty much quite a few bumps soon. Daytime flights are always good for vlogging because you can get to see a lot of things. This is the first bump. There's another flight just crossing us. Also very interesting, we have this footrest, so basically that's something I can use. At the moment it is super bumpy, and look how much deviations that we are doing just to avoid the weather system over Bendigo. And as usual, we're going to cross Australia and we're going to touch Darwin. And this is we have been given a bottle of water. I've got my microphone on, so hopefully the sound will be a little bit better. And we have been given some snacks and ginger beer. So, and this is the snack. So, salty barbecue. And I'm sitting on the left hand side, so it's just burning out, so I can't take any photo. So not much vlogging this morning. You see, this is basically the path, and we are passing by almost all big lands but not touching any cities. We land into Hong Kong. So look what happened, we just finished our snacks and ginger beer, and I was just trying to sleep a little bit. But no, the lunch has been served. Our lunch were pre-booked, and that's why they just served it. And I'll show you what's in our lunch. And they're just basically telling us that, okay, finish your lunch and go home. We have been given one cake, okay? So that looks like a fruit cake. The bun, okay. An apple. That's Qantas lunch. And what else we have? Like, okay, so it's like goodies, a tiny bag of goodies, and then we have some sort of probably chicken biryani or anything like that, and we have some chickpea curry and chicken preparation and tiny bit of rice. So that's basically our lunch, and I'm amazed that I have to eat one apple today. Okay, that's good. We are going to be very healthy. So I have been trying the chicken curry and also the chickpea curry, and they're really tasty actually. The curries are fantastic, well cooked and very nicely seasoned. The portion is small. I think that's pretty standard on Qantas flights. They're not famous for best food. But of course, we love a little bit of curry on our any journey, and that was great. So this is our apple time. So we had a beautiful piece of fruitcake, and I want to try that, and it looks delicious. It's like salted caramel slice and really nice. So overall, the food was really good.
I'll come back. Do you have a bottle
2
of
curries
water?
with rice,
Yes.
1 apple instead of salad, and then this cake was really good. So overall, I would say the food is excellent. And we also have ice cream, Buller ice cream. That's salted caramel, chocolate salted caramel slice. And so this is basically our dessert. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice ice cream. We also had some jasmine tea, herbal tea, Chinese tea with Tim Tam. On Qantas, there are lots of new movies, and it's a big list. It's actually quite impressive the number of new movies and premiere movies that are available on this flight. That's really nice. And I'm going to watch How to Train Your Dragon. That's something I have been planning to watch, and that's I'm going to watch for next 125 minutes. As you can see, we are almost leaving Australia, and we are passing by Darwin. Close to Ho Chi Minh City now, and look at these. We have so many diversions because of bad weather, but otherwise, for a long time, almost 7 hours, we have been flying, and it's been pretty smooth, I would say. Another 2 hours and 45 minutes to go, and so it's going to be almost another 3 hours before we land in Hong Kong.
如果您未能拿到您的选择，我们深感抱歉。
Good afternoon or good evening, whatever it is. We have another couple of hours to go to Hong Kong, and we have been given dinner, light dinner. And to be honest, in the bag, the goodie bag, we have still the same bread, same caramel slice, and same apple. And for the meal, we have got chicken biryani, so that's good actually. We had chicken curry and chickpea curry in the lunch, and for dinner we have chicken biryani, so it smells delicious. So let's tuck in, and this is going to be our dinner for the day before we land in Hong Kong. Trying the chicken biryani, and this chicken biryani is exceptional. It's not very spicy, very lightish, and also there are a lot of chickens, and taste is good, and smell is really proper biryani smell, and that was quite unexpected, but it was really nice. So the dinner is actually better than the lunch, so I'm quite impressed. We are now passing by Manila, and we are just over an hour to Hong Kong. So this was our path from Melbourne to Hong Kong. We are almost there, and at the moment it's very cloudy over Hong Kong, as you can see, and it's pretty bumpy, so we are having a little bit of diversion, and soon we'll be arriving in Hong Kong. It's around 40 minutes. We are approaching Hong Kong, and it will be any minute before we start descending to Hong Kong. And look at that city, Chinese city, Guangzhou. That's actually across the border in mainland China.
Crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Unless something magical happens, I'm sure we're going to miss our Beijing flight. So Cathay Pacific needs to organize something alternative for us tonight. Oh, that's not ideal, and it's far from ideal actually. Let's see what happens. Wow, what a beautiful island, and that formation, the land formation was just spectacular. Brown color, almost terracotta color, and I could see some ocean waves, and that was just beautiful. Look at these windmills in the middle of the ocean, wow. And we are approaching Hong Kong. I hope we don't miss our flight to Beijing. Wow, that was just perfect landing. It's called butter landing. So we missed our flight to Beijing, so there is no way we could catch that one. But it was fantastic, the arrangement. All the stops were ready with our new boarding pass, That is, in 2 hours' time, we're going to catch Hong Kong Airlines flight to Beijing. And this lady was waiting with our new boarding pass. Wow, that was fascinating. So it was really good. Now we are getting transferred and we have a couple of hours so we can catch the flight to Beijing. It will be another 2 hours later. So it will be like almost 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning when we'll be arriving in Beijing. Our hotel for tonight is at Crown Plaza at the airport, so it should be alright, I guess. And we are having a little bit of tour of Hong Kong Airport. We are going to 2012-230. Hong Kong Airport is also very gorgeous, very big hub in the world. And surprisingly, last time we were here in 2020, we went to Calcutta or Kolkata with Cathay Pacific, and it was just before COVID shut down. So we were very lucky that we got into Australia, and we had to change our flight ticket to come back to Australia, and we went through Hong Kong. And we have to catch that train on the left to the other terminal. And the next train is in 3 minutes. So this is the train that will take us to the next terminal to get our gate number 206.
The handrail during the whole journey.
Now we are having a train video in this in-flight video. Sydney Metro, yeah.
Next station is This is the terminus. All passengers, please alight here. Thank you for traveling with us.
So now we are at the Hong Kong airport's the gate 206, and look at the background, how gorgeous this airport is. And we have to wait another hour before we can jump on board to our flight to Beijing. Look at our gate. We have this vending machine of sushis, and these are triangular sushis, and it's explaining how you should be eating. And so it's very interesting, isn't it, having your sushi from a vending machine. Now we are going on Hong Kong Airlines. So after a lot of drama, finally we are on board Hong Kong Airlines going to Beijing. That's pretty exciting because we have been thinking of going to Beijing for the last 30 years, and now finally it's happening. So really excited. And this is a A320 flight, Hong Kong Airlines. We missed our Cathay Pacific, so Hong Kong Airlines is the next best option that will take us tonight to Beijing. While we have been waiting for our flight to Beijing, I just found the safety information document for this aircraft, A320, and this is probably one of the most beautiful, picturesque safety information card that I ever seen. It's almost like cartoon. Yeah, characters looks like Ghiblified. We started taxiing, so we are flying to Beijing. Look at this Cathay Pacific Cargo 747. Just a couple of days ago, there was an Emirates flight, a cargo flight from Dubai to Hong Kong, overran the runway and skied into water, killing 2 people and crashed. So, just a reminder.
请将手机行李桶上放置在行李柜内或前排座椅下面。
When we started this morning in Melbourne, it was 8 o'clock, and by the time we'll be arriving in Beijing, it will be like 3:30 Australia time in the morning, 3:30 in the morning Australia time. So it's a very long day. Already it's a very long day, and it's going to be even longer. And then immigration, and then collect our luggage. It will be like 5 o'clock probably by the time we'll be arriving at our hotel. But nevertheless, we're still very excited. We still have energy left to do all these things. Wow, look at night view of Hong Kong. Wow, look at this. This is just magnificent. All these islands connected by road network bridges, and they're super glowing and well lit, and at night time they're looking beautiful. They're serving dinner on this Hong Kong Airlines flight to Beijing. So on this Hong Kong Airlines, we have two options. One is chicken with rice and pepper sauce. Another was pasta with truffle. But we went for chicken and rice and pepper sauce. So all chicken 3 times, lunch, dinner and dinner, all 3 chickens. So this is our final dinner. We have got some watermelon, and we have got this chicken in pepper sauce with some broccoli and a little bit of rice, and we have got a bread roll and butter. So not bad. To be honest, I was not expecting any dinner on this aircraft because this is almost the equivalent of our Jetstar in Australia. But this is because it's an international flight, because Hong Kong still is considered as a separate country. So between Hong Kong and Beijing, the flight is treated as an international flight. So they have to serve some food. So they are giving us dinner. So beautiful. We have been flying for the last 2 hours, and now scenery has been changing. And look at this. It's actually a massive city. This is not Beijing, definitely. We have another hour to, but this is definitely one of the biggest cities. Look at this. This is our first impression of Beijing at night time. It's getting better, and it's very, very bright even at this late hour. Fantastic. Beijing International Airport is about 25 kilometers away from the famous Tiananmen Square, so the CBD is about 25 kilometers away from where we'll be landing. So tonight we will stay at the airport hotel, and tomorrow onwards we will be roaming around in Beijing, and we have many plans. Also, I have got some work meetings, so apart from that, we'll be definitely doing fascinating stuff. Not to mention, we have a day trip booked for the Great Wall of China, of course. So after immigration, we are just going out now. So after immigration and collecting luggage, we just came out, and we are in China officially. For next 10 days, we're going to travel in China, and hopefully that will be a fantastic experience for us. So after a very long journey, now finally we're in Beijing, and so it is going to be a fantastic experience for us for the first time. So as I should say, Ni Hao Beijing. And I have another phrase which I need to tell while in China is Kun Gaoxing Lai Dao Zhengou. And that means that I'm very happy to be in China. And if it doesn't mean that, then you should blame my learned friend Daniel Liang. So we finally arrived at the airport, as you have seen, and then we had our eSIM activated instantaneously as soon as we landed. And we also set up our Alipay, and so that was the two main thing which we needed most. And then we booked a Didi through Alipay, and that was integrated. So basically the taxi was already standing there. Ultimately we got our taxi, we came here, and this 4 kilometer the distance from the arrival to this hotel, and it only costed 30 Chinese yuan. So basically that's 6 Australian dollar. So that was pretty good price. And so it has been a very long journey. Hope you enjoyed the whole day flying and all other experiences with us. Please stay tuned. There will be a lot more videos coming from China. Amazing country, and we hope to show you around. We also have beautiful advantage. Our Australian plugs are directly functional here.